In today's session, we will continue the last session's problem. We had read out the problem. What is the problem statement? Still a solution was pending. Okay, you can just glance over the problem. What all is given to you in the question? Relative refractive index difference is given to you. That is, a delta value is given to you. That is 1%. We need to find the numerical aperture. First parameter to be found. Second one is solid acceptance angle. It is not even not simply acceptance angle, solid. Okay, three-dimensional we have to view. Okay, for the fiber, a little change we have to make in the acceptance angle. Acceptance angle is theta A. Okay, as we need to consider the solid part. Okay, we need to consider some angle along with this. We will see what it is. And one more thing is given to you. Core index is given. You need to calculate the critical angle, that is phi c. You need to calculate. Let's start. The first one, numerical aperture. We have the formula. We have already derived this formula. Numerical aperture in terms of this relative difference. As a note, I have given this. Yes, Na is equal to n1 root of 2 delta. So you making use of that direct substitution. N1 core refractive index is given to you. N1 is the core, N2 is cladding, N0 is air. And the delta is given to you 1. 1% means 0.01 multiplied by 2. So 0.02, you will get it as 0.21. You can calculate, verify. Okay. Now, the second one, important thing, how to consider this solid acceptance angle. Okay, for small angles, the solid acceptance angle in the air is given by, this is zeta, okay, is given by pi into theta a square. So this is the formula. That's why in the question it is given. Probably the concepts of geometric optics you can make use of. So when you go for the geometry of this cone for the acceptance angle, so pi into theta square you can consider, and theta a is nothing but sine square of theta a. So by making use of this concept, we know that this is zeta, which is a solid acceptance angle. It is given by pi into sine of theta is nothing but numerical aperture. We have already derived this. Actually, we had derived like this. N0 sine of theta a is equal to Na. We have derived it till this much. I'll just show you. N0 sine theta a is equal to numerical aperture, which in turn is given by n1 minus n2 square root. So by making use of that, I have taken this pi into, this is the consideration I was telling you. When we are talking about solid acceptance angle, it is not even simple theta a. We need to consider the conical shape, solid. So it is like this, right? Let me show you the figure. Okay. When you are talking about this complete cone, the solid acceptance angle, you need to consider over the axis. So it is not simple theta a. For this cone, you need to consider it has to be, it is a segregated part. If you completely take 2 pi, the half will become pi. So pi into sine square theta a. So that is the geometry of the acceptance cone you have considered. So with that, pi into numerical aperture square. And air is the medium, so N0 is equal to 1. And pi into, you have already calculated numerical aperture, that is 0.21 square. So 0.04 I have got. You check what is the answer. And zeta value, that is solid acceptance angle, is 0.13 radians. So remember, this is the important thing. You simply don't consider as theta a. You multiply it with pi into theta a. Why I have taken sine here? You know this. We have taken this from the trigonometry. Sine theta is approximately equal to theta. So when I am taking theta, I can reversely take it as sine theta. So I have done that so that instead of sine theta, I can use numerical aperture. Fine. Remember, this is the change. Important thing is this: how zeta, the solid acceptance angle, important thing is how the zeta, solid acceptance angle, is equal to pi into theta e square. Okay. And the third one, we need to find the critical angle. We know that the critical angle is given by from Snell's law, sine phi c is equal to n2 by n1, or phi c is equal to sine inverse of n2 by n1. That's what I have written here. And we also know that this delta is given by, as a note I had given, delta. Okay, delta is given by n2 minus n1 or n1 minus n2 divided by n1, that is coarse refractive index. So n1 minus n2 divided by n1. I missed n, I have written n only there. It has to be n1. Okay. Delta is equal to this much. If you just take this n1 by n1, it becomes 1 minus n2 by n1. So I've split the denominator, or delta is equal to 1 minus n2 by n1. Okay. Take this 1 to this side, or delta to this side. 1 minus delta will become n2 by n1, or 1 minus 0.01 is equal to that, because delta already get calculated, it is already given in the question, 1%, 0.01 n2 by n1. So what is n2 by n1? 1 minus 0.01, 0.99. So n2 by n1, you know it, that is 0.99. From the concept of delta, you have found the ratio n2 by n1, not critical angle. We have to calculate the critical angle, which is actually sine inverse of n2 by n1. So this bracket part, the angle part, we have calculated, which is 0.99. So now you can calculate the critical angle, sine inverse of 0.99, that is, it comes up to 81.9 degrees. You can verify, okay, if any discrepancies, you can tell me. Now, let us go to the next concept. When I started with the ray theory of transmission, I told you 4 concepts we will discuss in that. The first one we discussed was, what was the first concept we discussed in ray theory of transmission? Can anybody tell me who attended the classes?